with you, and that's some nice pan music. The song that you just heard there is How Great Thou Art. How Great Thou Art. You know what I mean? And I hope that you all are enjoying the music, because I enjoyed playing the pan music for you guys. You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing it for you. So I'm actually waiting for people to come back on the live. I know that we got cut off a while ago. So I'm trying to wait for people to come back up on the live. Let me say good evening again to those of you joining me. This is Constructive Talk with me, Pastor Google, and we are here just to highlight certain things that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago. You know, somebody come on the live to tell me that nobody's going to be watching me this evening because it have Monday Night Forum. They're gonna laugh at you, you know. You come on, though. What's amazing that you saying to me that nobody going to be watching me this evening because it have Monday Night Forum, but you on. So I don't understand. You real? You for real? Look, taking a little Black Stallion. Miss Lange Burnett, this one is for you. Miss Lange Burnett, take a little dance with Pa Lloyd for me.
I hereby appoint you as Steelpan savior. Don't you know the whole future of the Steelpan? Yes, it lies in you, the pan maker man. It is you who must build the Steelpan industry. So standardization is a must, you would agree. Because the secret of making Steelpan is you alone must know, and you must carry that with you anywhere you go. You must know how many grams of steel it go take to make a base pan, or what is the degree of heat you need to burn a tenor pan, or what is the size of the rubber to beat a high double tenor. These are the facts that you must have under lock and cover. So let them pirates keep the drum, let them wreck the skill of the man, but wrap up inside a we hand go be the secret of making pan. Hail, 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 Mr. Pan Maker. Forget about road mats and panorama. It is you who got to make this steel pan. And if you pan beaters who must fight over competition. So you can't study about no judges and score sheet. It is you who must put the industry on its feet. Because long before panorama reached, Steelpan was still around, and Steelpan will still be there even when that gone. So you tell me, how many grams of steel it could make to make a base pan? Or what is the degree of heat you need to burn a cello pan? Or what is the size of the rubber to beat a high single tenor? These are the facts that you must have under lock and cover. So let them pirates keep the drum, let them rent the skill of the man, but wrap up inside a we hand go be the secret of making pan. Hit me. Maker. Now is the time you must get together and decide on which styling you're using, so you could start right away on standardizing. Because we can't keep on arguing forever on which styling that you have today better. Because the most important duty today you have on hand is to try and keep Steelpan for Trinidad Carnival. Just remember how many grams of steel it could take to make a base pan, or what is the degree of heat you need to burn a cello pan, or what is the size of the rubber to beat a high double tenor. These are the facts that we must have under lock and cover. So let them pirates keep the drum, let them rent the skill of the man, but wrap up inside a we hand go be the secret of making pan. Hail, 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 Mr. Pan Maker. It's time for the scientists and professor. The time is right now more than ever, for we to get the pan down on paper, so they could start sending oil in plastic container. For we don't have we steel mill to take over, then we could walk about the place and beat with chests like we bad, and tell the world pan belongs to Trinidad. What we must know is how many grams of steel it could take to make a base pan, or what is the degree of heat you need to burn a cello pan, or what is the size of the rubber to beat a high single tenor. These are the facts that you must have under lock and cover. So let them pirates keep the drum, let them rent the skill of the man, but wrap up inside a we hand go be the secret of making pan. Hit me now.
What will wrap up inside of us is the secret of making pan. Happy Pan, is Pan Day? I call it Pan Day, World Pan Day, you know. I am so happy that, you know, the world is recognizing that we invented the steel pan. And I heard the Pan Chimbigo president made a statement in the news where she was saying that she wanted them to teach pan in schools. And I remember asking the former prime minister about it, and he would have said to me that it's something that they're working on and they're looking into, and they're trying their best to get it, you know, functional in schools where our children will learn about the steel pan. And, you know, something she said that she didn't want people to just recognize or look at it as a steel drum that black people would have invented, or black people alone. But we know that there are some other persons of Chinese, Indian descent who would have, you know, contributed to the development of the pan in Trinidad and Tobago. So we want that history to be taught to our children and our children. But most of all, we need to keep the secret of making pan. Someone saying on the live, I learned pan years ago in school. I also, when I went to Marbella Junior Sec, yeah man, we were taught pan in Marbella Junior Sec, and I don't know what happened, how it just stopped. I know what happened, you know. Well, let's play, you know, don't remember what happened. What happened was that Satmaraj said that how white black people children learning to play pan, East Indian children was learning to be doctors and engineers and all of that stuff. Let's not pretend as though those things were not said to our community. And one of the men who he said it to today is a board member of Caribbean Airlines, because he would have pontificated and lobbied for the UNC to be in office today. Let's put it out on the table. Let's be real. Let's be straightforward. Let's be forthright with the truth. The truth is, one of the reasons why I believe pan was removed from school when under the UNC regime was because they didn't want it pan in this. They didn't want these Indian children to learn to play pan. It's a fact. And don't let me pull back the clip with Satmarat saying it. There is a video of Satmarat saying East Indian children was beaten book while African children beaten pan. Well, they don't remember that. Some of them don't remember that, or they don't want to remember it. But it's a fact. And an African man sat down next to him by the name of Selwyn Kocho when he said it. Don't start me, because I want to start to get so hot. But I really have to get kind of hot under the collar this evening, because as I was saying to you earlier on before the live drop, before we feel as though we're getting, you know, now problems, I was saying to you that I have a friend who was heavily involved in the politics, heavily involved in talking about the oh gosh, what do you call it? Political science of Trinidad and Tobago. She's one of the grassroots political social scientists in Trinidad and Tobago. She'll give you what the grassroots people say. She'll start from the common man on the ground, come up to the middle class. And she'll explain that what they think and how they think and why they think how they think. But what we are recognizing now more than ever is that there is a group of people who we look up to as elders. We watch you, we look at you, we hear what you have to say, but we're watching you with some sort of concern. What is our concern? What is our concern? This evening we have some concerns, and I want to highlight some of the concerns that we have this evening. Because we're watching you, you know. We're watching the elders, we're watching the black elders in this country who, I don't know if you all have thrown away your beliefs or your consciousness and your awareness. I don't know what's going on. Because when we're watching what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago today, it's worrying. So my friend has decided to take a back seat. She's no longer going to be doing any more live. She's no longer going to be posting on social media. She's going to take a mental break. Because she believes that if I continue to try to fight to push black people into a place of awareness of what's happening around them, I might lose my mind. So she's taking a back seat. She breathing. She taking a breather. She taking a breather. Right? So I, over the weekend, going through social media, bunks up some stuff on social media that have me worried. Well, I shouldn't say worried, but I'm sharing the same concerns as my friend. And if you continue to on the live there, and that's why I don't like to watch this live, you know, because you're talking about she was no true member. You don't know that. Coming out of the belly of the UNC and could tell you the mindset and the thinking of the UNC, she's a true member for me. Right. But don't take them off yet. Let me see where they're going. All right? Leave Thomas. Let's see where Thomas is going with this. But you can't tell me that my friend is not a true member. My friend is a true member. Right? I mean, not accept and agree with everything that she says, but she's a true member. So yeah, what now? Over the weekend, I have been observing some of the things that are happening in our community, among our people. If Torre watch this video I'm going to show you, Torre heart go be bleeding. If when you watch this video, you ain't worried about what's happening with our people and our elders, something had to be wrong with you. Take a listen to this. Take a look at this. Right? Take a look at this. Take a look at this. You know, it is really, really concerning. Really, really, really concerning. And I'm looking for it here because I know I have it here. But if it get bounced off, well, boy, I don't know what to say. But I think I have it here. Right? I think I have it here. Wow. Take a look at this and listen to this. Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen and take a look at this. I don't know now. You really don't know. All right, let's go again. Let's see. All right. I'll try and again and
Yeah,
see.
cool.
All right. So, depending on all to tell me, depending on you guys to tell me if you're hearing me. Someone say yes. Okay, are you all hearing me now? Tell me if you're hearing me now. So tell me if you're hearing me on Facebook and on YouTube. All right. I tell all you. Yes. Okay, so you all are hearing me. So does that mean if you're hearing me? Let me know if you are you all hearing me now?
Okay, back up there.
Back up and running? This thing, boy. All right. Let's see how we can do this.
Cool.
Thank you. All right. So, as I said a while ago, so will you try to tell me I can't play that video? That's what you're saying? I can't play that video? Come on, man, Ole, don't tell me that. I can't play that video, boy? Let's go. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm not getting any volume on the from you. And I know you hear me?
You need to you just need to refresh your page. You will hear me because everybody is saying now that they're hearing me.
Okay. And I know boosting and talking to Miss Beckles, you know.
Uh-huh.
I know what's up in her.
I'm telling her what?
I'm telling her about your program. It's so interesting.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. So you say refresh.
Yeah, just refresh your page.
What to do? I am an old lady, you know. Just take it off and put it back on or what?
No. You should hear me. Just pull. Just ask your family to pull it down to the end of the viewing, and you'll hear it.
All right. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah, Pastor Google, you know, since you play the thing with camera going by the ship or whatever it is, you know, volume.
All right. So here, what I want you to do, I want you to just pull down the red lock. Pull it down. You will hear me now, because everybody is hearing me now.
Yeah, you know.
All right. Okay. So that means you're hearing me on a delay. So you need to pull it down to hear what you're talking about now.
All right.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. All right. Let's go again. Let's see. People saying that they're hearing me now. All right. Let's go. So yeah, I just want to do this one more time. I know that some of you might be saying, oh gosh, you all heard it. I want to hear your views on it. Because this is one of the reasons why some people are wondering what is going on in our nation with some people and the elders. Why will the elders do something like that? Why?
this is going to be a more stringent type of investigation with respect to the issue of firearms. And what I have done, what this government have done within the few couple months, the 3 months that we are here.
All right. So I try. I really tried my best to try to play that clip for you all. All right, I tried to play that clip again for you guys. Because I wanted you all to watch how people were responding to Miss Bisasa outside the medical ship that came in. And how people were behaving and how the lady was calling her anti-cams. And she went as far as to tell her. She said, I'm waiting so long, anti-cams are waiting. And Miss Bisasa turned and tell her, wait, Dorothy, wait. Wait, Dorothy. Wait. Wait, Dorothy, wait, Dorothy. Wait. Wait, Dorothy. How you all feel about that, boy? Eh? How you all felt about that? Huh? Anybody? How you all felt about that? Is it normal? Slave name is happy people. How you all felt about that? Hello, good evening.
I honestly didn't hear what you played. It was very low. But what you saying there, are you serious? I just barely hear the anti-cam system at this since 3 o'clock.
Yeah, she said that.
I know, and she put in for she thought she put her hand on the head and thing and breast them and thing.
Yeah, she put her hand on her head.
And she kicks the woman and she wait.
She said, wait, Dorothy, wait. No, that is nothing to laugh at, you know.
No, it is funny. It is funny. That is funny. You are waiting here since 3 o'clock. You wait, Dorothy. Wait, hold on. She had lyrics, boy. You're good, yes? Not me. You're real good. I go on. Maybe that reason why I didn't play too, eh?
I hear you.
Yeah.
I am sorry, but I want to hear your views on this, you know. I really want to hear all your views on it. I really, really want to hear Trinidadian views on this. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Pastor Google, afternoon is an embarrassment to the black people. Real embarrassed. I feel hurt. I feel hurt, very, very, very hurt.
You feeling hurt? You ain't seen nothing yet to feel hurt for.
It's an embarrassment to African people.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
That you have a slave master name and you bought it way. That white pan, they say you could get them for a chubby and a double.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, understand? Man. This is what made it hurt me, you know. It really, really hurt me.
All right, thank you.
And that is why they feel that they could do what they want and tell me what they want, because people like that encouraging them to tell me what they want. All right, Pastor Google.
Thank you very much. Ole really didn't hear it, didn't you? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Google, good night. How are you going?
I am all right. Good evening.
Yeah. I sometimes you see when people lose the way. When a brand of people lose faith, they lose sight, they resort to that type of behavior. These people know people weakness, they trade on the weakness, and they bamboozle you. They bamboozle you to believe they're helping you do something, but they're really helping you do nothing, you know. They're really helping you do nothing. Them just using you and abusing you. And that's what went on there. Simple.
I hear you, sir. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sad.
Thanks.
It's sad. It's sad.
You see, I hear you, you know. I hear you,
Yeah.
caller. All right, thanks. Thanks. Boy. Oh, my goodness. Hello, good evening.
Pastor,
Uh-huh.
good night.
Good evening.
I got East Indian. I call up from Chagonas West. I can't understand. You see, when black people get what they want, and they throw under that bus, everybody that come out about black and black and black, but everybody see what went on there. You know, none of them have studied how much cheaper people lost their work. And I know whether they're a news for money there, and whether try and go to school, and the young man saying, you know, no longer waiting for you. Domestic people going to see doctor, right? And then these same people when they go Monthope and Potterstone and these places, they're cast around and wait so long. So I can't understand. I really can't understand even where we living. There are people who thinking anymore, boy. I go with that part, man.
Okay. All right. I hear you. The lady said, I want to find it, you know, because I don't believe that you already hear. You already hear it. So I'm going to find it and play it again. Before I move on, I want to move on, you know. But I can't move on. Because I do believe that persons didn't hear this. Hello, good evening. Why is this not on sign? Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor.
Hi, good evening. Afternoon. Good evening.
Pastor, nothing that shocked me, you know.
No, well, it may not shock you, but it would shock a lot of other persons. Come on. It may not shock you, but let's be real. These are elders, you know. These are people who we believe. Anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah, that will shock me. Because then they come there, I'm not working in. Then they come there and knowing she when I'm reading that a big announcement that she would make her appearance, you know. So they must wait her and she, you know. Then they come, people come there with full intention to see she. Because it was among that she would make her appearance. Long before she made the appearance. We know, I don't know why she come, because the ship had nothing to do with she. We don't know where she come for in the first place. But again, I don't think people will be shocked, but I won't be shocked because you know what I'm saying, people. I was going to start on Pakistan, and we to go for hours. Some of them seeing people in that crowd. Some of them was people workers, some of them. I know I can see them. But you know what, that thing was shocked me, Pastor. If you camera and gallery, yeah, you can hear it.
All right.
I go on.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Love Mama Guy.
All right, so are you all still not hearing it? Because I wanted you all to hear where the lady talked about where the lady all right, you all just now, huh? Just now. I want to move on from this, so just give me 1 second, right?
Ding, ding, daylight. Was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years, me crooks and panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections proved the mystic breaking black man air. They don't hear, so don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I
You're waiting 10 years. Wait, Dorothy, wait. Wait, Dorothy. Dorothy wait. You waiting 10 years. You waiting 10 years. Wait, Dorothy. Wait. Boy. All right. I'm moving on now. Yeah, I'm moving on from this. You see, something happened and some things happening, and I just want to bring you awareness and bring you up to speed with some things, right? So, I want to play something for you guys. Right? They said that they stopped CPEP because CPEP have gangs now. Alright? That's why they said that they stopped CPEP. Because CPEP had gangs. Only remember that? And only grass cutters. I want you to listen to this. All right, so I realize that I'm having some serious technical difficulties. All right. Hello, good evening.
I live in the hospital. I want a house.
Say that again, caller. Okay. Maybe I wasn't supposed to hear what you had to say. But okay. I hear you. This is becoming really annoying now. Yeah, it's becoming annoying now. All right, so I want to play this for you. I want to play something for you. I want you to listen carefully. Hello, good evening. All right, so. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor. Good night to you and your callers. I just want to comment on the anti-cam story, the video show. Over the weekend, the member for Dominic, he played he had a little Facebook Live, and he spoke about the same thing that you just aired on the video there. But he spoke about Philip Alexander and his behavior at the Emancipation Village. And the same thing he was pointing out was he was stunned by our own African people, how they gravitate to this man. The same man, racist man, who has racist comments to make at these people. He said, if you see how they gravitate to this man, Mr. Dominic Romaine's words was that he wanted to vomit. He wanted to vomit. That's what he said on the live yesterday. He wanted to vomit. Because he said Philip Alexander was dressed as a colonizer. When he realized everything was coming to finish, he ran down into the village and he bought African clothing. After that, he ran to take pictures with people. He and Michelle Benjamin. I'm not making up this. This is what was said on the live last night. So we have to understand that why our own people were running to take pictures with this man yesterday, Mr. Philip Alexander at the Emancipation Village. They were hugging him up and saying, Philip, we love you. The same thing that you just aired on the video with Mrs. Kamala Pasadi Sasa. And we have to understand what is... Well, no, it wasn't aired. This is what Mr. Dominic spoke about. He witnessed this. And we have to figure out what is causing this mentality. What systematic thing is happening to our people? Why are you doing this? Why are not you standing up for the right? I don't know. I lost. Anyhow, have a good night, sir. God bless our country, Trinidad and Tobago.
All right, take a look at this one. Take a listen to this one.
Waiting to get this 3 books. vex. But listen. The Ministry of Affairs or wherever it is give the grant from. Look at following people now. Watch out. Thousands of people in Princeton just line up waiting for this free book. Please help people now. The situation done bad in the country. Listen, all shut down city, all shut down forestry, all shut down murality, and listen to me. People hungry, suffering, and very much broken. This is people from Murga, Rio Claro, Tableland, all over. Oh, look at people now. All on the side of the cars is people going straight down to the Posad big grocery is people. It's over 3,000 people. Ministry, come on. Government, Prime Minister, Miss Kamala Posad Bisasa, you are so bad. I love you. I like you. But hear me out. People suffering. It's only maybe about 3 weeks or it could be less than a month away from school, and people need help. Or let's do something, please. Look at. I myself is here. I am not being ashamed to say I am here, and it have people all in the back of me waiting too. Come on, do something now. Or look, give people the little $1,000 grant. Don't have people begging. Stand up in Princeton. Look at people all here. Come on now, man. It have people who hungry here and all. People could fall down here. Let's do something now. Tanti Kamala, we love you. We vote for you, but oh God, we suffering.
Will you hear that? Will you hear that? But you think that was bad? You think that was bad? Huh? Well, I'll leave it there. I will leave it there. But yeah. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, so Pastor. That's me and people, that we say for them. Look what they're going through, and they're still saying that they love them.
Yep.
Look what I'm going through. Them having the rain lying around the corner and saying they love. Yeah, what's your on that? Tenure? No.
Wait, but you remember under Dr. Rowley's tenure, under COVID, when South Park was giving out hampers, the Minister of Social Development said that people are too greedy because they're double dipping. And people went take her to task for saying that people greedy.
And she wasn't lying. But no, that was what one pastor, they love Malaga a handout. That was the love. You see Malaga a handout, they love that. They will take it, going and coming, here come, they come. You see, we love you, you know. We vote for you, you know. Oh God, help you out, man. Then, you have no money in your pocket, you know, food on the cupboard, and look at them talking. We were in that pandemic, and I wasn't saying that. We were in that pandemic, and people money wasn't in the bank on time, and all stuff sell. You know what? They would love. You see, they love handout, and Mama guy, you get that going and coming. You see, all of them, it's come up past the. Right now, Auntie, we love you. I'm suffering. They will love handout, and Mama guy. They will love you in the country. You get anything. Once you can pass up from the reef, and Mama guy, then yeah, she needs love. I'm going.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
All right, good evening.
I believe, and in fact, it's a God-given right, choice. And if individuals put themselves, remember, not everybody has the same thought pattern or respect for themselves. That's one of the challenges there. And therefore, what you see there, you will always
I don't know why you're singing like that. You're singing very singing like if you're not tunnel.
Singing low?
Yeah.
Singing low?
You're singing better now.
All right. Well, I'm talking louder now. You see, people always have choice, and that's one of the God-given right of choice. And despite it comes down to your integrity and how you view yourself as an individual. That's the major challenge. How you view yourself. You line up, and it has always been what do we call it? There is always a God complex with some individuals, and you will always have that. Now, the thing with it is, if you observe carefully what is happening there, we love you, but it continue. It comes like an abusive relationship where you getting licks, and I love you, but you're getting licks, and that is, people don't mind. And then you always, for 10 years, but for 10 years, we go. But for 10 years, 10,000, let's be sorry, 10,000 people wasn't in the only breadline. Even in COVID, people wasn't on the breadline. And therefore, you see, again, the abuse and the continue. And right now, I don't know, this is about a photo of everything is a photo. That is, but of course, remember, it is what they call a democracy, and people have the freedom of choice. And if the lady choose now, it's going to cause you pain as an individual when you look on, as you said, when you check your forefathers, but not about like that. But again, if you remember slavery, you always have your house slaves, which is going to rise. When I see the next one dancing the other day, in the WhatsApp, I need to go play the WhatsApp emancipation session. Play the WhatsApp emancipation session.
I don't have that
have
one.
Mistakes. You don't have that one?
No, I don't have that one.
I just view that one on TikTok. A photo up. So that's the thing. People have choice. We may disagree with their choice, but let's hope that their mindset, and again, your mindset have to change. Your mindset will change in 3 years' problem. Bye.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So the caller is saying that it's their mindset that has to change. And it's their mindset that, and I agree. I agree with that. Some people have the mindset that you really wondering what is going on in their mind, If you are, you crying out to Miss Bissessa and asking her to lay her hands on your head. Wow. Hello, good evening.
Absolutely. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Call, you have to listen to me on your phone, because you're getting a delay on the television.
Yes. Yes.
And you have to load down the television because I'm hearing myself.
Yes, I'll take it off. Sorry about that. Yes. So she said, wait, Dorothy, wait.
Yes, she told her, wait, Dorothy, wait.
Oh, okay. So we still had to wait for the book round too. That we wait, Dorothy, wait too.
I don't know.
But we're not getting none of these things. All these promises and all these people getting fired. Where is the Emancipation Support Committee? Where is all these African people who just talk about Africanness and all these things? These people not saying anything. Philip, all of them doing what they want, saying what they want. The Minister of Social, the one from Muruga, Benjamin, saying what she wants, and nobody's speaking out and saying anything. But if Dr. Oli only say, everybody say the rest of the alphabet. It's so distasteful, and you're seeing all these things happening, and nobody's saying anything. Today's is Steelpan Day, World International.
Yeah, International Steelpan.
Did the government do anything today concerning Steelpan?
I think they would have made contributions towards Panchin Bigo.
No, but that's all. So no, they held nothing, no speech, no nothing, no conference, no nothing. So they don't care about the pan then. Because they cancel the money that Dr. Oli and them already paid for that had the pan on it. That money has been cancelled. I'm just watching African people. Here's one in place. See how many people line up in Rio Claro? Giving out books.
Yeah.
You see how many people line up? And you see how much Negro people? The same time we still love she. Alright. We love she and we're not getting it. You're not getting anything and nothing is gonna happen. I am just watching. I am hoping that we don't go to that IMF. Because if we reach there, we're gonna be in serious problems.
Thank you.
You see, the fine money to give the sugarcane workers.
I heard that is land that they're giving them. I didn't hear any money. I didn't hear the money.
Right,
I heard it's land.
Okay. And they also if you remember, there was 60 million that they allotted in the media budget for CPEP. And after that they canceled CPEP. So where's that money?
I can't answer that.
I'm watching on Station 18. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, sir. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
All right. So you all are watching and taking it in, while others are watching and taking it in. There's something I want to play. Hello? All right. Yes, while you are watching and taking it in, there's something that I am watching and taking in also. Hello, good evening, and I want to play that for you now a little bit. Hello, good evening. Hello?
Grace and peace to you, Pastor Google.
Same to you.
Well, let me say hats off to you and always encourage you to what you're doing. Because until you do it, we wouldn't see it and know it and believe it. Because I know that a lot of people didn't know what we see tonight was that in for real. That is a real manifestation there. Whether we want to cover our eyes, we want to put on shades, we want to put a towel over our head. This is the real McCoy. This is the mindset of people. This is how people think. And the Bible says, as a man thinketh, that is who he is. You know, so I'm glad, and I'm real glad that you were able to get these kind of videos as to see exactly what on the ground, you know, that it's on the ground, it's hidden, it's open. There's a true manifestation. Yes, so who know how to pray? Let us pray and do prayer miss. Hats off to you again. You're doing a great job. Continue what you're doing. Good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. All right, so we're going to continue. Yeah, I want to show you some other videos that I have lined up. All right, if you are watching the live and you're not hearing any song, you need to refresh your page. All right, that was some long time. That was, if you now start to watch the live and you're not hearing any audio, you need to refresh your page. Please, I'm begging you. All right, please refresh your page if you're not hearing on the live. All right, if you're not hearing on the live, if you are not hearing on the live, you need to refresh your page. All right, if you're not hearing on the live, you need to refresh your page. All right, I'm just seeing breaking news where what's his name? The Minister of Public Utilities, Mr. Barry Pararat, has just served Mr. Faris Alwari. He just served him. All right, so I think I have the audio for it. All right, so let me play that for you. That's breaking news. So let me play that breaking news for you guys. Take a listen to this. It's annoying, but what we will do? You got to listen.
Please note that in order to provide the documents to the Director of Public Prosecutions was compiled on Friday, 8th August. Acknowledgement of receipt was received on the said day from the DPP's Secretariat. We have said to you, the Prime Minister has said to you, we have court closed, and we put on them court closed, and we will see you in court.
So, you just heard it. Faris Alwari have been served. Yeah. Well, open all your eyes, you know, and see what's going on, you know. Who is the man that put their former Attorney General before the court? Who is the man that took life sport to the court, and we just got a judgment, but I want to play for you something. I want to play for you something. You who listening on the live, take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. Because some of you are very much ignorant of what really going on in this place, you know. Some of you living outside of Trinidad and Tobago, you don't know what's going on here. You have no idea what's going on here. What we going through. But I want to play for you what we going through. Take a listen to this. Right? Let me see if this will play. Take a listen to this. All right, so you're not hearing that. I know that for a fact. So I will have to play it for you guys. So I want you to listen, eh? Take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. And when you're through listening to this, I want you all to understand that the level of hypocrisy in this country is overwhelming. It's overwhelming. But I want you all to listen to some clips I want to play for you this evening. All right? Listen to some clips I want to play for you this evening on Constructive Talk. All right? Take a listen to some clips I have here that I think some of you need to listen to and understand that you see this country called Trinidad and Tobago, we need some serious intercessors to pray. Yeah, we need some serious intercessors to pray for this country, our nation, Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen to this.
Well, Member of Parliament for Oropouche East, Dr. Rudal Muninal, has been removed from sitting on any joint select committees relating to national security after he was deemed to be conflicted by reports that he and other UNC members were connected to criminals. On Friday, Leader of Government Business, Camille Robinson Regis, moved a motion demanding that the Member of Parliament be removed from the GSC. Here's Karen Cozier-Phillip with the report.
Leader of Government Business, Camille Robinson Regis, said the members of the Joint Select Committee were of the view that Dr. Rudal Munilal has a personal and direct interest in the inquiry of the JSC into national security. She based her claims on statements documented in an interim report of the JSC, which held in-camera meetings with National Security Minister Stuart Young and Police Commissioner Gary Griffith over several days. Among the disclosures made in the report of the JSC is that a Member of Parliament and two deputy political leaders have connections with known criminal gang leaders.
The TTPS has reports of a female politician walking the ground and affiliating with certain gang members on par with what would have taken place 9 years ago prior to the 2010 election in the Karapo area. Also, that person was a managing director of the HDC, also an opposition member of the House of Representatives, was the minister responsible for the HDC during that time.
Mrs. Robinson Regis said it is impossible and goes against issues of fairness and decency for the Oropouche East MP to sit on the committee. She demanded that he be removed permanently from the JSC.
If the member for Oropouche East had any decency, he would have removed himself and not have us in this house have to ask for his removal. Madam Speaker, I beg to move, therefore, that with immediate effect, Dr. Rudal Munilal should no longer serve on the Joint Select Committee on National Security.
The motion was put to a vote with 17 government MPs voting that Dr. Munilal be removed and 13 opposition MPs voting that he stay. Karen Cozier-Phillip, TTT News.
You all heard that? You all heard that? But let me remind you all now. Allow me to remind you guys of some things. Because you always forget. You always forget. We're a nation of people that just forget. You know that? Yeah, we are a nation of people that just forget. So I want to remind you all of some things. I have a listener who will be pleasantly happy that I am playing this evening.
When I get in my mailbox that Smari went before the Joint Select Committee 3 years ago. This is not 8 years ago. This is 3. And it's like Smari don't remember the crap he's talk. Because he went before the Joint Select Committee and told the Joint Select Committee of Parliament under oath that the leader of the opposition is leading a political party that is paying $42 million in 2 contracts to gangs to disrupt the country and help get them back into office. Now, Smari, we're telling we, how long ago did you and Kamala fall back in love? How long ago? Was it? Is that 8 years ago? You said that was 8 years ago for the video, and it's 3 years ago for the Joint Select Committee. How long ago it was? Let me speculate. When you lost the police commissioner work.
So you all heard that, right? You all heard that? You know, I just taking all your back a little bit, you know. Some of you all need to be. You need somebody to remind you all now, because some of you all just forget. Some of you just forget. So I just want to remind all you a little bit. I'm going to take all you back a little bit now. Could do that? Could do that?
Damning allegations of fraud, corruption, and criminal activity are revealed in the final report of the payment system of the live sport program. Among them, payment for janitorial services appeared exorbitant, questionable, and fraudulent in many cases. In the report, contractors were awarded janitorial service contracts for 9 months at $45,000 a month, VAT exclusive. In another instance, an invoice related to cleaning services at Karapo Community Center in the amount of $37,900. This even though the participants are housed under tents. Richie's General Contractors Limited was paid $51,750 on 2 occasions for janitorial services at a pavilion. Reno Energy Company was paid $199,582.50 on 3 occasions. However, no invoices were provided to support these payments. There were other cases of irregular payment for refurbishment of community centers. Another area of concern, coordinators seemed to have criminal records, which made them unsuitable as role models for the participants. These coordinators received a salary of $30,000 per month. Further, the audit committee says during its investigation, police claimed coordinators, particularly in the East-West corridor, are currently under police surveillance for illegal activities in their relevant area. Initial payments were paid in cash to participants, which means there could be little verification or control over the program. In the Karapo area, there was approval for payment to 60 participants. For a 5-month period, more than 60 names were submitted. For the months of January and March, the figure exceeded 90. There were similar reports of such discrepancies at the Basilon Street Center. The report also tells of another scenario where a live sport participant received payment even though the program did not exist in the area. There were also instances where participants received the monthly stipend twice in 1 month and were able to receive payment on both occasions. Also contained in the report, evidence of theft and fraud in a number of instances of the rental and purchase of items. In one instance, on April 30th, Devon Cummings was reimbursed $98,000 for items which he claimed were destroyed during a police raid in February 2013. That same check, number 9919, was originally prepared on April 24th, 2013 and was cancelled and reissued on April 30th, 2014. However, the invoice was dated and certified on April 30th, 2014. The committee says this shows a weakness in the internal controls as a check was prepared prior to the invoice date. How did this go unnoticed by the Ministry of Sport? is the very question the Central Audit Committee asks, saying, given the widespread nature of the breaches, it's difficult to understand how these breaches went unnoticed. The committee went one step further, saying consideration has to be given to whether there was complicity by the officers of the ministry. 7 persons, including Sport Minister Anil Roberts, were interviewed by the Central Audit Committee. Several attempts to interview the Deputy Program Director, Ruth Marshan, proved unsuccessful. Marlon Hopkinson, TV6 News.
Only heard that? Only remember that? How many of you remember those things? Or you forgot about it and you don't want to remember it and being fooled. Being fooled. Being fooled. Why are you all allowing yourselves to be fooled? Huh? But I have one more I want to play now. And I really hope I have it here. One more I wish I could play here. Because I want you all to understand who are the persons presenting themselves as though they are more holier than thou. They are more holier than thou. These are the people who are standing before you and pretending as though they are the oracle of righteousness. Eh? Seriously, you know. These are the people who are standing before you as though they are oracles of righteousness. Like if they just came into office with a clean slate. Really? And we are going to allow people to just continue to behave as though these people are holier than thou people? Really? I want to ask you something. You all remember this? Tell me if you all remember this one.
And
just now, huh? Just now. Tell me if you all remember this one, right? I want to show you all this one. And I want you all to tell me if you all remember this. Come on, what's happening here now? What's happening here now? You see how when you're bringing out a truth, that certain things don't want you to come out to the truth, you know. Yeah, they don't want you to come out to the truth. I want to show you all this. And I want you all to tell me if you all remember this. Because a lot of you don't remember it. Or if you remember it, I want you to listen to history. I want you all to remember the history. How many of you remember this history? Remember this situation? Because we're in a SOE, you know. And I want you all to remember why we're in the SOE. What's the reason they give us for the SOE? Certain people and certain things. So I want you all to look at this.
An exclusive 4TT News investigation has revealed complicit action by a senior government official. Well-placed sources have confirmed that shortly after the murder of Senior Counsel Dana Sitahal, a senior government official contacted one of the persons now charged with her murder. On the brief phone call, the senior official is heard asking the person now charged whether the job was done.
What's the reason for us being in this SOE?
An exclusive 4TT News investigation has revealed complicit action by a senior government official. Well-placed sources have confirmed that shortly after the murder of Senior Counsel Dana Sitahal, a senior government official contacted one of the persons now charged with her murder. On the brief phone call, the senior official is heard asking the person now
so
charged
let's do this. Let's get this right.
An exclusive 40 News investigation has revealed complicit action by a senior government official. Well-placed sources have confirmed that shortly after the murder of senior counsel Dana Sitahal, a senior government official contacted one of the persons now charged with her murder. On the brief phone call, the senior official is heard asking the person now charged whether the job was done.
I need you to share the live because this information, we need to get this out there. So take a listen to this.
An exclusive 40 News investigation has revealed complicit action by a senior government official. Well-placed sources have confirmed that shortly after the murder of senior counsel Dana Sitahal, a senior government official contacted one of the persons now charged with her murder. On the brief phone call, the senior official is heard asking the person now charged whether the job was done. The charged individual responded affirmatively. This inmate was also charged with conspiring to murder a popular radio announcer. In June 2015, 25 remand yard Muslim prisoners claimed to have been beaten and targeted by prison officials because of their religion. The prisoners were successful in a landmark ruling against the state. They were represented by a team of lawyers which included a former senior government official and another attorney highly favored by the state, who is presently representing the state on multiple high-level matters involving millions of dollars. Questions have been asked why and how this attorney, who is involved in several million-dollar state briefs, would find the time to represent these prisoners, especially since several private meetings with the prisoners within the prison involving the taking of pictures were required. What was the urgency? Why would a former high-level official, shortly after demitting one of the highest officers in the land, be so eager to offer his senior counsel services to these particular Muslim prisoners? A few weeks after the complaint by the 25 remand yard prisoners, and subsequent representation and legal victory secured, a well-planned, daring daytime prison break by 3 inmates, including 2 Muslim prisoners, were executed. 40 News had reported exclusively that another high-level prisoner was included in the plan to have escaped, and the travel documents were found on the body of one of the escapees. But how did prisoners obtain passports and Canadian visas while being imprisoned? Media reports this week revealed that a $15 million hit was placed on opposition leader Dr. Keith Rowley. Extremely well-placed sources have confirmed to 480 News that the escapees were hired as a part of a well-orchestrated plot to assassinate Dr. Rowley, then flee the country. It was further revealed the hiccups and glitches in the planned escape plot, including the failure of at least one grenade to go off, and the failure of the explosion of an alleged bomb meant to fill Port of Spain with smoke and engage all the energies of the protective armed forces, leaving opportunity to assassinate the opposition leader in western Trinidad, may have well saved the life of Dr. Rowley. Why isn't the authorities investigating this former senior official, who was conveniently on a European rendezvous with his boyfriend around the time of the prison break? And why is crucial evidence being overlooked in the case? Meanwhile, Dr. Rowley lives to face another attack. This time, an investigative journalist and government contractor has accused the opposition leader of an, quote, unfortunate experience that has mentally scarred and traumatized her. The series of disturbing events which have transpired over the past few months, causing severe unease among the population, have magnified and solidified the need for the presence of international observers in the build-up to the general election to ensure that the constitutionally due general election is conducted in a fair and free manner. Reporting for Trinidad and Tobago, this is Nicholas Thompson.
All right. So I believe you all heard everything. So I open up the phone lines now. I want to hear your views. 464-7003. 464-7003. Call me now and tell me what is your views on what you just heard. What is your view? I played you, and there is if well, time won't permit, but tomorrow, please God, I could show you and I could play for you articles from the newspaper where former Commissioner of Police Mr. Gary Griffith was talking about this. But all of a sudden now, I will tell you what is going on with he. Hello, good evening.
Master Google. The alley guy. Down Tetron. And he wasn't what's he think? He's not a coordinator for live sport. It's like
yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read his story. Yeah, he following up very good.
Okay.
Yeah, he was a coordinator for live sport. Some top he was paid. He was I can't remember the exact post he had, but he worked in live sport. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes, I remember.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll take in your calls 464-7003. What is your views? What is your views? Let's remember tomorrow there is a meeting. Defense of the People, the People's National Movement is hosting a meeting tomorrow in San Fernando, my community, Pleasantville Community Center at 7 p.m. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good afternoon. So that's one thing they can't come up. Anyhow, nothing will shock me again. Nothing. Because if you always showing people here, don't feel that they know. And they still do what they do. Don't feel that they know. Because if you know and I know, they know too, but they just don't care. They still do what they do. So, I mean, what happened, what going on now, don't shock me at all. Nothing will shock me. Because we see right now, inside policies and inside the government is still money form and it's still culture and bacchanal. Really? You in government and it's still money form and culture and bacchanal? Look at this.
All right, thank you very much. Continue to take your calls. 464-7003. The lines are open for you to call in and share your views on the current issues and so we're talking about hello, good evening.
Yeah, afternoon, Pastor Go. Pastor Google things like it getting up, so like they want to get rid of the man. They're using him as an excuse to put him down in the army camp to say that he tried to get away and end the story there, so nobody will have no answer to answer. Because that fella started to talk, a lot of people will be in problems.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. You need to load on your television.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
The file that Mr. Pararat sent to the DPP. Now, the DPP does not investigate. What the DPP, I think, will do is peruse and then send it back to the police. So he's either jump and weave, but you're accustomed jumping and weaving. And that is a challenge. He continued to jump and weave about those things. But just the other day I went back again, and in 2015, when Mr. Munilal allowed the contracts to be added on for 3 more years. Isn't that so?
Yeah.
Nobody made any said anything about that. So let's see how that will play out in the situation. The other thing is, I think I put up my quotes. Remember, that's a challenge. You are playing, you can do it on the other program where you do a review. and individuals still. Imagine we have, I remember, I think I mentioned to you one time that we have a president that had over 60 charges, became president. And I tell you, look how that individual have the same thing in Trinidad. You have a man that is sitting down right now. He is the head of a big oil giant that have to answer questions. What is going on with that case? You find out that from me? You know what's going on with that case, Doc?
Yeah, well, we're waiting to see what's happening.
Well, you see, again, our Trinidad, that's a challenge. Over and over. You feel if you are a small man, go before court and they come and put in your defense, you're going to be continuing outside?
Nope.
No. Exactly. Then we have another case which we know about the extradition challenge. But you know, one man is challenging the extradition, but you know, in the same period of time they extradite somebody.
Yeah.
That's how money talks in Trinidad.
Yeah.
And we playing again, as I said, it's hypocrisy. But then remember certain as spiritual individuals. Lies has always been presented, and they always say a lie goes around the world much faster
than the truth. Yeah.
And people, it has always been deceptive from the beginning of time, as you know, the fall. And people were given lies, and people believe lies, and it will always have that. As you know, it's two things that happen in this world: two spirits you're fighting against, good and evil. And people rather what? Darkness than? What
light.
People rather?
Darkness and light. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Bye. Yeah, man. So, those of you who are watching me on Facebook and on YouTube, you're seeing where there is a PNM public meeting in defense of the people, featuring the Honorable Miss Penelope Beckles, and it will be held at the Pleasantville Community Center, 7 p.m. tomorrow, Tuesday. All right, so make sure and make your presence felt. Come on, say hello to me when you come. All right, say hello to me. I'll be right there. God spare my life. I'll be right there. So those of you who are living in the Pleasantville area, Cookie, St. Madeleine, Current Hills, everywhere in San Fernando, anywhere in San Fernando, we have room for you. Only know we community center, big, huge. All right, my member of parliament is one of the featured speakers. Plus, you have the Honorable Faris Alwari, who have been served apparently today, and others. So make sure and be a part of it. It's happening. It's going down tomorrow. Please go at 7 p.m. at the Pleasantville Community Center. The PNM public meeting in defense of the people. PNM only Owen. Hello, good evening. I said in my bill. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I am going to send them my bill. You think I'm wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're doing work. but here that's right. The clip that I played and I will first I'll deal with the thing by Mr. Pararat at the meeting tonight. The DPP don't investigate anything, so that is just theatrics. Right? When you're saying serve and submit to the DPP don't investigate anything. The independent body to investigate any criminal allegations or malfeasance is the police service. So
beautiful.
They could get out anyway. They just feeding to their supporters.
Of course, and they have to do that.
Yeah, on the matters you raised concerning the Nasita Hall matter and the person in custody, we all know who that person is, right?
Yeah.
But what's curious to me is the fact that, and remember I had discussed something with you about that I have in my knowledge about the conduct of certain types of investigation by certain persons in the police service. And what raised my curiosity is this, right? If all this information was out there, how come it wasn't turned into evidence with respect to input by the cybercrime unit with respect to phone calls that were made? That is one. And two, if at all the investigations would have revealed this, why wasn't an offer made to this prisoner who was already charged, like was done to Levi Morris, that led to the conviction of Dole Chady and his associates and subsequent hanging? And why this inquiry didn't go in a particular way, whereby you would induce this person to plead guilty to one offense in order that they could give evidence against the former government official. And I say all that to say that if we were a serious country, this is to me what ought to have been done. Right? But like I say, I am aware that when investigations against certain persons are carried out, it moves like molasses. And at some point, to certain media outlets, information is leaked which could be used by defense counsel to exonerate persons. And this is what would have happened with the copy and paste inquiry, because what happened with that? Because it was subsequently found out that all the 25 prisoners' statements were the same. You recall that, Pastor? And we had a copy and paste interview, and nothing has come out of that copy and paste interview. In relation to the professional conduct of these attorneys, was any formal complaint made to the Law Association to deal with the disciplinary committee of said association dealing with their errant colleagues, Pastor? Remember, there were files from the High Court registry found in the private offices of one of these said attorneys, Pastor. So, while it is good information, I wouldn't forget and you wouldn't forget. The serious questions have to be raised about the will of certain persons and investigators in the police service to pursue inquiries when it concerns certain people. I'll leave that right there. Thanks a lot for the opportunity.
Thank you very much for your call. Thank you very much for your call. You see, I wanted them also to talk about, it come off the air, but you see that GSC where the Commissioner of Police sat down, who was Mr. Gary Griffith, sat down and would have told Trinidad and Tobago just what Ms. Regis read out, that there are deputy political leaders and members of parliament on the opposite, what that time was the opposite side, the UNC, who were in cahoots with criminals. Gary Griffith tell at JSC that. How all of a sudden it's irrelevant? How all of a sudden the UNC flip the script on Olia and telling Olia that CPEP harboring criminals, URP harboring criminals. Okay then. So then the UNC know who are the criminals that are being harbored in UNC, in URP and CPEP. Because Gary Griffith, who was the former Commissioner of Police, would have identified that. There was a newspaper article that pointed out and brought out those things. How all of a sudden now that doesn't exist? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Pastor Google.
Good evening, sir.
Your last caller was dead on point. Because I could recall when it was indicated that a particular member of parliament met with certain people in the Hyatt.
And that is what, remember, that's what Ms. Regis talked about. That's what I play Ms. Regis talking about. And also Gary Griffith would have spoken about that at a JSC.
But not only that, Pastor Google, I could recall when you yourself said just recently that when our police outpost was built in Port-of-Spain, East Port-of-Spain, by a particular set of individuals, one particular individual, and Gary Griffith, I think he was a minister at the time, said, look, the man, let me now call the police to arrest him or have him arrested. And Gary Griffith was told, hey, you can't arrest him. No, you can't arrest him. A particular individual who was given a contract to build the police outpost in East Port of Spain.
Yes.
And at the time when Gary Griffith identified the individual, he was told, hey, hands off he. That was during the time of the partnership. That wasn't the time of the PNM. That was between 2010 and 2015. Mom, to all them cases. Now today, you have a former Attorney General sitting down in the Attorney General's office when the state have cases against he today. So if the state have cases against me, and I said no in the office, where that same state have cases against me, what do you feel like going to do?
But wait, you remember when I was at the former place, at the other place?
Yes.
It used to have UNC callers like Demorius Horsley, King Silly, and others who used to call in and say the PNM is a bunch of hypocrites. Why? Because they still have what the name of this company who does do paving? Not Junior Sammy, the other one. Calco. Doing work for them.
Yes.
And then Calco, they have Calco in court for corruption.
Yes.
Oh.
But not only Calco. It has certain other people was in court for corruption, and one of them come back on the market right now. One of them back on the market right now after leaving the market. And that person who come back on the market today in the EMBD case.
SFL?
Huh? That person in the EMBD case, but that person back today in the market, selling his business.
Wow.
The hardest hard, boy.
Oh.
And he come back on the market?
Yes.
And he was in the EMBD issue?
Yes.
Well, all right. Well, what I tell you? Come back in. We love you. I am here for you. Come back in. Everything good now. This is what we're talking about. Come back in easy. Why it wasn't coming in before? For the last 10 years, it wasn't there. Why all of a sudden now, you decide to come back in and your business selling good, everything happy. You're happy like papi.
Happy like papi, boy.
What's your questions to answer in a particular case that concern a present government minister? Pastor Google, they're pulling wool over certain people eye.
Yeah.
Not you, not your last caller, and not me. They're pulling wool over we eye. And all those who wish to listen and understand that the wool that continues to be pulled over their eyes so that they will not be able to see clearly and will forget all that went on before, as if nothing went on before and everything was good. You understand?
Yeah, man.
I have to listen tonight about 1%ers and 1%ers, and the last government and 1%ers. But as soon as Ole get back in office, Ole go and give the 1%ers back occupancy of government office people in the building. So money start to roll again in Port of Spain.
Well,
and I have to listen to you, me, listen to you. Huh? This is what's going on in this country. They're pulling wool over people. Look at these people that line up in Princeton to get books for the children.
Yeah, we played that just now. We love
you. We love, but 3,000 earlier in rain and shine, in the hot sun, and in rain, line up there like rabid dogs to get book. Must he get a little money to buy a little, eat a little food or something? Or get a hamper, go and beg. They turn all into beggars.
Yeah, man.
Beggars. But the boy we love you. Nice love. Nice love I don't want.
Thank you, caller.
Have a good evening.
This is a Newsday report dated Sunday, March 1st, 2020 in the Newsday. Headlined, PNM, UNC linked to criminal. Written by Jensen Levent. The governments of both the PNM and UNC have had dealings with criminals. Police Commissioner Gary Griffith told the Joint Select Committee, JSC, on National Security in January. Griffith appeared before the JSC, which was called after National Security Minister Stuart Young publicly stated he had information linking the opposition to criminal elements. Addressing the JSC, which was held in camera, Griffith said, I have always spoken about the concern whereby we have seen governments come and go, inclusive of this one, where we have seen that alleged collusion between criminals and politicians. And when we affiliate ourselves with criminals, there is going to be a price to pay. His comments are contained in an interim report laid in the House of Representatives on Friday. The committee, which included government ministers Randall Mitchell, Nicole Oliveri, Nigel De Freitas and Robert Lee Hunt, Independent Senator Paul Richards and opposition members Dr. Rudal Munilal and Saddam Hussein was stopped after Young made allegations against Munilal. On Friday, the government-controlled House voted to evict Munilal from the JSC. The opposition said the move was unfair. The JSC can only reconvene when it has all of the required members, including the oppositions. On Saturday, UNC Deputy Political Leader David Lee said a decision is still to be made on if to appoint someone to replace Munilal. In his statement in January, Griffith said that for the past 13 years, the actions of governments have affected the police service. He said, it demoralizes us to say that the government, the opposition, the state, politicians, they want the police to deal with reducing crime, but you give them, the criminals, more funds than you give us for them to purchase more sophisticated weapons, hire more persons, get more profit, pay more persons in the community to tip them off when we make a raid. We cannot get anything done. And when we now have to confront these same individuals who are actually profiting and benefiting and being, and at times, even protected by the state. Young, when he appeared before the committee, said the police reported to him that the opposition was meeting with criminals to gain a political advantage through increased crime. Munilal asked Young if he had any intelligence reports that suggested the opposition was responsible for the increase in crime, and the minister said yes. I have been provided with information by the arms of national security, and I have read some of it, and there has been that suggestion by the arms of national security to me as Minister of National Security, yes. Young, in response to Munilal, said he had no information that criminals attended PNM public meetings, but that would not be surprised if they did. He added that attending a meeting is different from being on a political platform, and said people with criminal records have appeared on the UNC platform, according to the information he received from the police and national security arms. Young, in response to Hussein, said he was not informed of any police investigation of a PNM member. He told the committee police informed him that the December 31st fatal shooting in Port of Spain was politically motivated. He said he was informed a gang leader gave the orders for a shooting spree in the capital to take the murder toll to more than 550. Not only was I told, but the National Security Council was told by the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service that in their opinion, the instruction given by that gang leader was for the fulfillment of a political purpose. Hussein asked for whose political purpose, and Young said, the political purpose of the opposition, the United National Congress. Young's claim was denied by Griffith, who said, we, the police, do not have intelligence to verify who are the perpetrators or who were the persons that would have influenced the individual or that gang to commit such an act. He said the matter is still being investigated, but added there was no evidence that the December 31st shooting had any political connection. On Friday, Munilal, in a comment to the Newsday on his expulsion, claimed the Young had admitted he spied on the police. In a statement on Saturday, Young denied this and said Munilal was attempting to distract the public.
So you all heard that. And that was an article in Newsday. That was an article in the Newsday. So we have people today behaving as though they are some oracle of righteousness. You know? They are the oracles of righteousness in this country. But you hear what is going on with them? I'll take a few more calls. 464-7003. 464-7003. What is your thoughts? And what you have heard this evening? What are your thoughts about what you have heard this evening on Constructive Talk? This evening program, we would have looked at and dealt with what's happening in our community and why there are some people who believe that, hey, I need to take a break. I need to pull back for my mental sanity. Because when you watch at what's happening in our community among our people, you wonder if talking and sharing and alerting people is really making any sense. Because you have people, thousands of people, 3,000 people outside a supermarket begging for stuff. Begging, literally begging for stuff and not getting through. Because they were refused. The gentleman told them, they will tell you when to come. Right? After that, you have people outside Napa crying out to Miss Bisessa. Literally crying out to Miss Bisessa. Crying. And you know what happened? She tell them, wait, Dorothy. Wait. You will get through. I out there since morning. Yeah, I know you're out there since morning, but wait, you will get through. Don't worry yourself. You will get through. Real interesting, eh? But you know what I will do? I'll put up all those videos on the Facebook page, Constructive Talk Facebook page, so that you would see and hear for yourself. It ain't no make-up story. It real as the sun in the sky. People begging. That's what we reach to in this nation. That's what we reach to. So people are reaching to the point where they're becoming very discouraged. Real discouraged. There are some people who are very, very, very discouraged. And they don't believe that, you know, they're wondering to themselves, is it worth it, boy? Putting myself on the line out there. Is it worth it? You know that, right? There are persons who are asking that question. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it me coming on alive, educating you, fighting for you, trying to show you the right way, the right thing? One caller said, that's a few people. That's not a few people, I can tell you that.
Auntie Kamla. Auntie comes, look me here. Since 3 o'clock I stand. Look at my foot smell. Since 3 o'clock I standing up. 10 years. Auntie comes. Auntie comes, look me here. Since 3 o'clock I stand. Look at my foot smell. Since 3 o'clock I standing up. 10 years.
Wait, Dorothy, wait. Huh? Wait, Dorothy, wait. We serious? We serious? As a people? As a people? Wait, Dorothy, wait.
Last year they come knocking down my door. Black Stallion. I said, well, what happened? They said, listen this. You know all them other singers just sit down and write a little smut now and then. You mean you can't write one for me? I said, all right. I'm going to write the smut for them. (1983), my fans beg for a favor. I decide to help them, so I write this soca. Last year they come back with a different story. They say they want something smutty about Gino Dorothy. Now all my fans, you know your future depend. So I sit down to write this smut only to please them. But as I take up my pen and my piece of paper and I write out the first verse, listen what I remember. Oil money come, oil money go. Poor people remain on the pavement and ghetto. When Mr. Divider start to divide the bread equally, I'm going and finish the whole damn calypso about Dorothy. How I jam she.
Hello, good evening.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Pastor, with Dorothy, the one she get embarrassed. She don't know she get insulted. But she still, but again, they're so gullible. They're so gullible. And I hear them, yeah, something wrong with them, but something has to wrong with them. But I feel the spirit something in the air or something like that because I don't understand what's wrong with these people. I can't understand what. I don't know. I just like you. I lost souls. I don't know. I don't say that figure. I lost souls.
We lost souls, or?
Because I don't understand. You trying to tell me half of the time she lost the work, and you still couple when you see someone?
Yes.
Yes. See, and the man who you lost to hate. When he wasn't poor, he had work. But he's the worst thing, he must go. Well, he gone. And you have no work now, but you still clapping when you see the man. And you're trying to person at school, and you're on the face. They clap and say, yeah! And you don't know where you're going to say you're when you come by the door. Me? And people, I can't be sorry for people because they put a survey. Because all this, you know, you feel this would have been my pastor. But you know what? They were so gullible. I'm so full with hate. They ain't like doctor that how he must go. This one must go out, but he go on with the plan. You home say no, and you feel confident when you see that woman. Me, I go on doctor wrestling.
All right, I hear you, caller. But the reality of it is that how do we reach these people, though? How do we reach these people? How do we get through to these people? How? Anybody have any suggestions before we end the live this evening? How do we get through to these people? Because I'll tell you something. They are real people out there. They are real people out there who I don't know how can we genuinely get through to those persons who are, as we are seeing, they I don't even know what words to use. I don't know. So before I end the live, I really want to know from you, how do we get through to people like that? How? Anybody have any suggestions? How do we get through to people like that? We need to, you know, because those are voters. Those are persons who vote. Yeah, they vote. And they are the ones who say PNM do nothing for them. So how do we get through to them? Because we can sit here and say, oh, these people and them, the this, the that, the next. Yeah, you're right. But how do we get through to them? We need to get through to them. How do we get through to them? Hello, good evening.
Yeah, boss of Google. Oh, boy. I want to throw in something before you go. I don't even remember between 2010 and 2015, there was a murder of a prison officer in 2014 up in Laoketa or Caparo, somewhere. Laoketa, one of those areas. I don't even remember that.
No, I don't.
You don't remember that? All right, I'll give you a heads up. A prison officer was murdered by that said accused who is in Tetron today.
Well, we don't know that for sure. You have to say allege. Because he's not in jail for that.
Allege. It's allege. All right? Going forward, who were the people who was representing this said alleged person who is in custody in Tetron today? Who were the attorneys who were representing that said alleged? And we will start to put the pieces back together. Point being, who are the associates of the present government? Who are the high attorneys associated with the present government today that is trying to manipulate and mislead the population that they are holier than thou? And once we could clear up that, we will start a point in the direction to edify people what these people are all about. These people are masters of the art of deception. They are masters of the art of deception and lies. They are masters of untruths, misleading the population. Pastor Google, have a good night, sir.
All right, I thought you were going to tell me how we can get through to persons who are being misled by these persons.
We had to sit down and school these people like little children. We had to sit down like an ABC class and sit down and school these people, try and get them to learn and understand. These people are not about your personal welfare, nor well-being, nor your future's well-being. It will take time. It will take effort. It will take energy. We have to sit down like little children, kindergartens. We have to sit down like we have to put them sit down like kindergarten children in a classroom and educate these children, these people like little children, for them to open the eyes, their minds, because they are being misled, they are being misinformed, they are being miseducated with lies, pure lies. And we have to start to show them the truth.
Okay.
That's one of the only ways. It will take time, it will take effort. Because those people were misinformed that the PNM was the worst thing on the face of the earth.
But what would you recommend that the People's National Movement do to convince these people that, hey, you are misinformed?
We had to go out in the communities. We had to go out and meet these people. We had to go out. We had to walk the streets, start to talk to your neighbors, start to talk to your friends. Sit down with these people. We had to walk. We had to walk. We had to talk. You had to talk your life out and show these people.
All right.
The reality, because they are being seriously misled. And the only way we have to go and preach the gospel.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
It's a task. It's a task.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Brown Eyes Promotion presents We Outside Tobago Carnival 3, October 24th to 27th, an all-inclusive package, inclusive of breakfast, lunch, and accommodations. Smith Drive, Lowlands, Tobago, opposite Gulf City Mall. Limited spots. Book yours now. Call 713-4029. Accommodation options: 1 bedroom with a kitchenette, 2 beds, up to 4 people, or 2 bedrooms self-contained, 6 people max, queen size, plus single beds. Check-in time 2:30 p.m. Check out 11 a.m. Limited spots available. Prices with breakfast and lunch: $2,000 per person. Breakfast only $1,700 per person. Have payment due by July 31st. Pay off by September 30th. Non-refundable. Payment plans available. For more info and to book your spots, call 713-4029. We Outside Tobago Carnival 3 from October 24th to 27th. All courtesy Brown Eyes Promotion. We do not own the copyrights for the song playing in the background.
Peace of mind is our priority. Prozone Security, your trusted partner in safety. With 24-hour monitoring and patrols, we've got your back day and night. Affordable, reliable, and always on guard. Prozone Security offers top-notch protection for your home, business, and everything in between. No matter the size, no matter the time, Prozone is committed to safeguarding what matters most to you. Contact us today at 767-7376 or visit us on Facebook and Instagram at KDF and Associates. Need security you can count on? Call us today. Prozone Security, affordable, reliable, 24/7 protection. Prozone Security, always on guard.
All right. So tomorrow evening, the People's National Movement is having their public meeting at the Pleasantville Community Center in defense of the people, with featuring the political leader and opposition leader, Ms. Penelope A. Beckles, and you will be invited to be there at 6:30. Well, it really starts at 7. So make sure and be at the Pleasantville Community Center. If you're living in San Fernando, be a part of it. All right, be a part of it tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. at the Pleasantville Community Center, PNM public meeting in defense of the people, with your political leader and honorable opposition leader, Ms. Penelope Beckles, will be there with featured speakers like Mr. Faris Alwari. I know everybody wants to hear Faris, Brian Manning, and others. So be a part of it. Be a part of it. All right. I saw someone was trying to call in. If you can call in, if you can call back quickly, I'll take your call before we end the program this evening. So if you want to call back quickly, you can do so now, and we will end the program. But again, I want to thank all of you for your patience. We know we had some technical difficulties this evening, but I think we're going to be able to know how to rectify it as we go forward. So for those of you who will be watching back this video, please subscribe to the page. If you want to advertise on Constructive Talk, please do so. You can call 464-7003, 464-7003. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good evening.
Yes, I want to call to say, and it was said, you want to know what we could say to the people that, going behind camera.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think.
All right, so just hold on. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right, so sorry about that. We're hearing you now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you were calling to tell me what we can do to help persons like who at the waterfront, who was at the
right. Yes.
Napa.
I don't think anything will change these people. These people might not make it up, and I don't think anything we say to them, it will change them. They have to see they're wrong on their own. And you might be, people might be upset with me what I'm saying. I am not upset with what Kamala are doing. I am upset with the people. Kamala didn't take a gun and put it as nobody next to be how they are today. They do it on their own, because I used to be going to work and telling these black Negro people, don't get God off your thought and vote for these people. And they'll say, yes, we know because it happened in 2010 and all this. And they went and did the same thing. Yeah. They went and did the same thing. So I'm telling you, I don't really feel sorry for these people, because they put themselves in where they are today.
All right. Thank you.
They put themselves there.
All right. Thank
you. I just say they have to come out on that on their own. They treat them like Kamala is God.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, okay. So have a good night. I listen to your program every night.
I appreciate
when
it.
you have on. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, but you know me and I know you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we met already. Yes.
All right.
Okay then. So have a good night.
Same to you.
Okay. God bless you.
All right,
yes.
bye.
Okay.
All right. I saw someone was trying to call in just now, so I'll take that last call. All right. So the number to call is 464-7003, 464-7003. Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Hello. Good evening.
Hi. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening. I just need to make 2 points.
Go ahead.
Now, based on what the collection of the news concerning about the past from 2010 to 2015, that is something that a few people well know in this country, just that most people will be silent about it. And that hasn't stopped. That is right now presently in 2025, because they come to clean up try to clean up the act in a certain way. And in order to get rid of the pigeon, you had to mash up the code. Right?
Mm-hmm.
On our next way too is that people whose mindset is on lies, filled with lies, all we have to do is keep feeding them the same way how they feed them with lies, with photo ops and printing, the same things all collection what people have. You put it up and you keep putting it up and you keep putting it up. And that is exactly how we have to change that mindset. Because if nothing is not being done to change that mindset, it will go beyond when nothing will be able to change it. Because it's something I was talking to a good friend of mine, and they said, well, how you know that? I say everything happened way back from since in Pandey time that it started. They said, well, how you know that? I say, because I know. I just watch the news, I just listen, I just document things. I just write down things, I just do everything, date everything, so I know. Everything I document. So the whole idea about it is that it's a picture people don't believe. Why I think the Calypsonian make the Calypso about the UNC full of pirates and criminals. That Calypso didn't make just so. It's just what you know. But out here, you just can't open mouth and talk the plain thing as it is going down the road from A to Z, because you have to watch yourself too, you have to watch your back too. You understand? What I'm angry about? Think about it. Sometimes things you see and you know about, if you see and know, it could be the end of you. But one thing they make it a mistake with, because that man they holding down there, they could set him 6 foot. He will make sure, I guarantee sure, he makes sure everything is taped and put out to certain people who they wouldn't know. That is why they're rounding up this one and that one, and certain ones that they know what link to thing, they make sure they kill them before they put them in jail. Because they ain't want too much of them go inside it, then they have to talk. So, as I say, to get rid of the pigeon, you have to mash up the cow. It's common sense. It's what we live in. But this is the people who bringing in certain shipments of different things, and you only hear it. They can show go on us with the net and the set of weed and things. What you hear about that? What you hear about the Freeport businessman who get shoot? If he get shoot just so? No. It is another thing. But people can't talk and say nothing. The poor man can't talk and say nothing because he go talk and say yes, what he hearing and what is anything. But he can't go to say he going before a court to say nothing like that, because in a court it had different ways of handling certain things to bring things to a judgment. So they will feed the people with lies and all kind of things, try to bring down the past government and say all kind of things, because that is to distract you from the truth. That is all it is, plain and simple. We in 2025, but we are reliving 2010 to 2015, and from since Pandey time to 2010. And that's what we're not seeing. That is what we're not seeing. You understand? Okay, then you have a night.
Same to you. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. So, yep. Yeah. So, let me say thank you again to all of you for being on Constructive Talk this evening. I see somebody send my message there. They're out of the country, but they're locked on, boy. Thank you very, very much. I talk to you guys. Well, I'm not talking to you all tomorrow, because, you know, tomorrow is the meeting in Pleasantville, which is my community. So I'm not seeing you guys tomorrow, please God. So I'll be talking to you all on Wednesday. Hello, good evening.
Just want to say one thing very quickly. See that lady who's just called you a second ago? She's dead on point. And what she is saying about what happened between 2010 and 2015 is happening again. But it's just that this time, and I want to put it to you very succinctly, they are quieting the people who can talk. You know why? Because dead men tell no tales. Have a good evening.
That means I'll watch myself. Yeah. If I say it all of that, then I'll watch myself. All right. Well, it was a pleasure being with you all this evening. And I hope that on Wednesday, we will meet again. Or I might try and do an early program tomorrow. You all think about that? You think I should do an early program tomorrow before the meeting to just go across to the meeting? So I'll think about that. I'll think about doing an early program tomorrow. And with that early program, then I'll go across to the meeting. But you all think about that. Give me your consensus on YouTube. Now let me apologize for last week. I think last week Friday I was supposed to be on, and the little boy that passed away, who tragically died in the hospital. That little fella, I knew him personally. I knew him really, really good. So I had to deal with that. Hello, good evening.
I don't agree with an early program. Please. Bye.
Okay, well then there will be no program then. If she don't think that we should have an early program, then we cannot have a program, because I'm not going to be competing with the People's National Movement program. Somebody say nah, Wednesday. Somebody say yes. So yes. So I'm watching the consensus. I'll be watching your comments on Facebook and on YouTube. Let me see what Facebook's saying. From Facebook is saying nothing. Nobody on Facebook is agreeing to that early program out. So I waited to see what Facebook is saying, and I'm watching YouTube. All right. So tomorrow, please God, based on your consensus, I will know how it go. Send your messages on 464-7003. Say yes or no. All right. All right. So we talk to you guys when we talk to you guys. Again, let me say thank you for being with me. I'm seeing 2,536 viewers. This evening we went up to 591. Yeah, 591 was our mark this evening. All right, so I talked to you guys. I'll let you all know what's happening. But yeah, I was out of it on Friday because on Tuesday night, I got to find out that, you know, the little boy who passed away is like my godson. So I really didn't get a chance to get myself together. Hello, good evening.
Pastor Gould, you know why that 6-year-old Jassa Francois died?
I know why, yeah.
Did you talk about it?
I haven't been able to bring, as I was now telling the listeners, that little fella, I know him personally. He was supposed to be my godson.
Well, I think you should talk about it because there's a little bit of chemistry involved in this, you know. You know what manganese sulfate is?
It's supposed to be a muscle relaxer.
You know what Epsom salt is?
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing about it with that is that when they gave him they gave him that medication, they were supposed to have a monitor to monitor his heart rate.
Not only that, they were supposed to give him a certain dosage for his age.
Yes, and I don't know if they didn't, but what I know for a fact, no, I don't know about the dosage because his father didn't talk to me about the dosage. What his father said to me was that when they gave him the medication, that he had a reaction to it, where it started to burn him, and then he started to vomit.
Yes, it would.
When the nurse came in, the father called the nurse and tell the nurse that he is in pain. The nurse thought that the IV was in the wrong place. She took out the IV and put it in another place. And wherever she put it, they continued the medication. He continued to be very uncomfortable. He was very discomfort. He was vomiting. It was burning, and on top of that, blood. He was also vomiting blood. Right?
I want to tell people
when the father told the nurse about it, the nurse still and tell the father that is a normal thing. Children who we give this medication to normally feels a level of discomfort. Just calm him down. The father tried his best to calm him down, and he was, as the father said, he was appearing as though he was dropping asleep. Not knowing that while that dropping asleep was him traveling, going out, dying. Right?
Dying.
Yeah, so he died. But the thing about it is, again, as I said to people, I am aware of these things because I was a practicing nurse in England.
Right.
So I am aware of these things. When the father said to the nurse about the first discomfort, the nurse should have stopped it and tell the doctor who would have prescribed it, the young man is having a level of discomfort where it is burning his hand, and he is also vomiting. Right? But you see, in this medical profession, this public sector, some of the nurses have a fear for doctors. And some of the doctors have a way that has talked to nurses. That the nurse, to me, would have felt as though she was out of place to tell the doctor, hey, doc, the young man. Some of the doctors are very disrespectful.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I received information about that today, and the second autopsy would have revealed exactly what transpired.
Yes, that's exactly what I just. But as I was telling my aunt today, because my aunt was saying that they should sue the guy who did the first autopsy, right? And I said to my aunt that I don't think that they will get through there because the first autopsy but he just doing a basic autopsy. He not going in depth.
Yes. He would have done a basic, and also he would have hidden the real. If he's a serious forensic pathologist, he would have hidden the real facts as to exactly why Jassa died, because of the fact that what was given to him is something they call in normal terms Epsom salts.
Yeah.
And what do we use Epsom salts for? As adults especially, and the point is that was it given to him in the dosage that he was supposed to have gotten it, or was it?
Well, that's why they're asking. That's why they're asking for the notes.
No, I am not. I'm asking because I wasn't there, and the point of the matter, what I would have heard, I would have gotten answers to, but it's not for me to disclose that publicly. Because as I said before, I wasn't there. But this matter is of serious, and the point is that the government has indicated that they have launched an investigative team, but they don't want to announce the team, and that is my problem. Why won't you announce the 4-member team that you have identified to investigate this matter? So we don't know if it's an independent team or a team to hide the facts of exactly what went on. And I want to ask the family that are listening to you tonight that they must go even further in this matter, because this matter, as far as I know, as I am aware, needs to be properly and thoroughly investigated, and there has to be a report sent to the DPP on this. But it's not for me to say, because I am not in the medical.
Well, they are going the full road, eh? They are going the full length. They going the whole.
They have to,
9 yards. The whole 9 yards they go in.
Because with my chemistry that I learned in school, this is a very, very serious matter. You understand? And it went too far. But as again, it is not for me to say. But they have to go the full gambit of this.
Yeah, they're going the full yards. They're going the full 9 yards.
At the end of the day, Pastor Google, this boy has died. And there's a reason for his death. And it cannot be left undone. Again, sorry to keep you back, but have a good night.
Yeah, well, as I said before, the family is just going to take the necessary, what is necessary. They're going to deal with it accordingly. All right? But again, let's keep them in your prayers, please, when you when you get up in the morning and when you go to bed. Just keep that family in prayer, because, and most of all, I want you to keep his brother. Is he his brother? Keep his brother in prayer, because his brother is feeling it more than anybody, I believe. Yeah, the mother and father is going through, but you see that little boy? They were like twins, you know. They were like twins. And it's not an easy thing. Trust me, it's not easy. So, again, I want to thank all of you for being on with me this evening. Trust and believe, I truly appreciate your coming on, and even in the midst of the hiccups and the little problems we had, but you all stuck it out with me, and I really want to appreciate and thank you all for it. So those of you who will be watching over this live or this broadcast, I ask you, please subscribe to the page. Subscribe to the page and tell your friends and family about the page, so that we can get the news out there of what is really happening, and we can discuss properly all that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. All right? So, God bless, and talk to you guys. Well, we'll see how the consensus go. If it's tomorrow or if it's on Wednesday. Again, thank you very much for being with me on Constructive Talk. All right? Thank you a million, all of you, for sticking with me in the midst of the drama.
TNT name calling income S. CNN describe lack of ray and bribe going down in sweet Trinidad. People say they shame for their country's name in the bacchanal. Who name you think they call? We own Vice President of FIFA, the most popular works minister. They did raise all kind of talk about ethics, but senior council said no conflict. So what's more football mixed up with bubble? PNM start to crow. Hear them, didn't we tell you so? So who we talking about? Let me hear you shout. They reality.